In today's video, we are going to see what is function and why do we use this function in our programming. So, how we can store data into a variable we have seen in our previous videos in our basics. Okay, so why do we use variable? We use the variable for use storing a data. Similar to that, we use a function for storing or giving an instruction. That means a function can store a set of instruction, and whenever we call that function by its name, it will run according to the instruction whatever given into it. So I will show you how to define this function and why do we use it all. So for defining a function, we will start with using a def keyword, which helps to define a function. And after that, giving some space, we will give our function name. For example, I am giving here fun. And after this, I have given here a parenthesis. So this bracket is known as parenthesis. And for ending this, I will use this colon. And after entering, it will come into the function. And here we can give whatever instruction we want to run this program according to it. For example, here I am storing, suppose A equal to 5 and suppose B equal to 5. Suppose I want to print its sum. For example, A plus B. So whenever I run this function, so now I have came out of this function. Okay, you can see here. And for calling its function, we will call by its name. For we will call its name that is fun. And when I run this program, you can see the addition of these two numbers. Okay, so you can see here how it is showing here, it is showing the output 10. So function is nothing but it containing a set of instruction, and when we call that function by its name, it will run according to the instruction what we have given into the function. So let's see how to define the function. For defining a function, we use a def keyword which helps to define a function, and after that we are giving the function name, and for after giving the function name we are giving a parenthesis here, that is round bracket, that is known as a parenthesis, and for ending this function we giving this semicolon here, and after entering into it by giving some space, that means indentation, we have declared whatever we want to do. For example, I can do this division of two numbers also. So when I run this, you can see the division of this number. Okay, so for example, I am dividing this number. When I run this, you can see the divisible and output of this number. So I can give the name also. Suppose div, that means division. So whenever I call the name division, it will give us the division result of these two variable which I have stored. So I hope you have understood this function. So let's see how to pass a data using a function. For example, here I am taking an input from a user. Suppose for that I am declaring a variable inside it, that is n. Okay. So I have to pass a data through it. So I will show you how to do that. So I will show you how to take input from the user using this function only. For that, we first define our function. I use this keyword def, and suppose I am using that add. Okay, that means addition, and I want to take two input from the user. Suppose A and suppose B. Okay, that means here I have declared two variable. That means this addition function will require two input from the user. Okay, then I will give semicolon for ending this line, and I will come into this function, and I will say that print A plus B. So when I call, so after ending this function, so when I call this function simply add, so it will ask a input here, that is A comma B. That means it is asking a input that is known as a parameter. Whatever value we pass using a function, that is known as an argument or a parameter. So when I run this function without giving a parameter, that means argument or values, it will show us an error. That means these arguments A and B are required, that means missing two required positional argument A and B are missing. So when I pass this input that is 2 and suppose I am passing 3. So when I run this, you can see that 5. Okay. So this is how we can pass the input that means or data using a function. Okay. I hope you understand this function. Why do we use this function in our programming? So it reduces our work, and where we can store a set of instruction or code into a function according to our use, and whenever we call that function it will run according to that instruction. Okay, I hope you understand this function. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe and share this video to your friends.